Hi, everybody. Boy, another day with sunshine, another day with winds picking up from the northwest in the afternoon. The last several days, looking in my record book, these have been afternoon peak wind gusts out at the airport in Portland. Let's go back to the 9th, northwest gust to 25. The 10th, quite a bit lighter, northwest gust to 15. The 11th, that was yesterday, north gust to 27. And it looks like today we're at least going to have some gusts back up to about 25 miles per hour. And I think we're going to have some gusts the next couple of days, especially in the afternoon hours as well, or at least tomorrow. Okay. But boy, beautiful sunshine, clear skies. Hope you are enjoying it. Well, the forecast world is focused on this coming weekend. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. I come to you from the Portland, Vancouver area. My weather site, which I use in these presentations, is portlandweather.com. I hope you'll bookmark that. Okay. So on the left, this is a lot of things I'm showing you are from the American GFS model, which has, I mentioned this the other day, which has outperformed quite often the European model if you go back the last month or two. So kind of sticking with the GFS. So the green areas are moisture saturation of 70% or greater through the lowest 10,000 feet in the atmosphere. So all things considered, these would be solid cloud decks with a pretty good chance of at least some rain. So this is Sunday late evening into Monday morning. You see a low that's cutting right across Oregon, basically from Portland just to the south. You can see the solid darker green shade across all of Western Oregon, a little bit less up towards Seattle. But this is a fairly widespread, solid batch of rain coming in again Sunday evening, overnight into Monday morning. Right now, it looks like that's the heaviest, most widespread rain that we're going to get. So my headline is weekend showers, yes, but heaviest, most widespread rain may hold off until after the weekend, Sunday night into Monday. So that's one of the headlines that I'm tracking. I do want to show you this because I found this to be interesting. You know, the high today in Portland on this Wednesday, it looks like it's going to be 74 degrees. Maybe it'll get rounded up to 75, but certainly very, very comfortable weather indeed. So what about when you compare what has been a very comfortable spring overall, certainly May and the first week of June, the fact that we've had some decent rainfall all plays into our favor to hold off fire season a little bit longer. So if you go back, these are PDX highs less than 80 degrees. So that means high temperatures were 79 or in the 70s or in the 60s or even in the 50s, shy of 80. For the month of May through June 12th. If you go back last year, we had 27 days, more than what I was expecting to count. That's compared to this year, again, May 1 through today's date, June 12th, 32 days. So we've only had 5 days that were what I would consider to be really comfortable, less than 80, more than what we had one spring ago. You may remember one spring ago in 2023, we set the record for the warmest May mean temperature on record. We also set the record for the most 90-degree days. We had 5. So all total, May 1st through June 12th a year ago, we had 6 90-degree days. Now, so far this year, we've only had 2, and that's a noticeable difference. And these 2 days were 90 and 91. So again, if you're looking at just days that were warm to hot versus comfortable, we're running about 5 days or so more comfortable this year than a spring ago. Not as much as what I was expecting, but nonetheless pointing out that it's been a more comfortable start. Our spring has been more comfortable. Quick shout out to the Momentous Wealth podcast. You can find Todd Pisarcek's investing, I call it an investing education podcast. I hope Todd likes that phraseology. Investing education podcast, a variety of topics. You can find Todd's podcast on Apple and also on Spotify, the Momentous Wealth podcast. Thank you for sponsoring my YouTube channel. Okay, let's get you going. One thing that hasn't changed, I'm going to get into the rain patterns in just a second, but I do want to keep you updated on this, what looks to be an ongoing comfortable weather pattern in the month of June, and the NOAA or National Weather Service outlooks back that up. So this is the 6-day outlook. This would be June 18th through the 22nd. Notice Idaho, Montana, all of Washington in the below normal pattern. It shows Western Oregon mostly near normal, but that's not hot. And if you go over to the right, you'll see all of Oregon and Washington in the above normal precipitation category. That's great news. Any measurable rain, any decent rainy days, again, pushing off fire season a little bit more. 8 to 14 day outlook takes us all the way out through June 26th, so almost through the end of the month. Has most of Oregon and Washington near normal, this is touchy, near normal temperature, but above normal rainfall. And then one last one, if you go out weeks 3 through 4, this takes you all the way through July 5th. Notice now we're getting an equal chances. So not a big signature that's going to be hot, not a big signature that's going to be cool, and rain chances are equal. But certainly the modeling supports, so we're going to get through June potentially with very limited 90-degree heat. Maybe we'll get to 90 once or twice, maybe we won't. So that, I think, is great news for fire season. Okay, let's talk about the rain. This is sticking with the GFS America model. This is Friday morning at 5 a.m. You can see the rain approaching just offshore. And as I play this into the afternoon hours, this is Friday at 5 p.m., we have measurable rain showers mostly up in Washington, a little bit around the North Oregon coast, but nothing into Portland and certainly nothing to the south. So Friday, I've been saying, is a day with kind of partly cloudy to increasing cloudiness here in Oregon. This backs that up in Portland with rain showers to our north. Then you wake up Saturday morning, there's likely been some rain in the area. More up in Washington, less down in Oregon. You go through the day Saturday. This is Saturday at 5 p.m. This is a cumulative rain totals. It's showing that there could be anywhere from 1/10 to about 3/10 of an inch of rain in Portland back into Washington County. Lesser amounts once you drop south into the Willamette Valley, where you're mostly going to get more than 1/10 of an inch along the coast and the Cascades. This shows about 36/100s up in Seattle. Shows nothing down here in Southern Oregon. Shows nothing in Central Oregon. Little bit of very limited precip all over the blues. Okay, again, these are cumulative numbers. Let's go ahead and play this into Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. We didn't add a whole lot. This still shows Portland anywhere from about 1/10 to around 33/100ths of an inch. Basically, Sunday could be dry. Again, nothing down in Southern Oregon. Now, Sunday night into Monday, remember that graphic I just showed you? The best chance to get a decent soak, more widespread precip, holds off until Sunday night into Monday. So this is all the way into late Monday morning. Now look at this. We had about a 1/10 to 3/10. Now we've got all the way up to maybe 67/100ths to over 3/4 of an inch of rain in Portland, about 4/10 of an inch up in Seattle. Salem or south of Salem down to Albany and Eugene. In Eugene, you've got 92/100ths. And you've got some rain all the way down into Southern Oregon, including Coos Bay, including the Medford area. And you've got some decent precip amounts of 1/2 of an inch out in the blues. Okay, so that's Sunday night into Monday. So that's pretty good. Here's ending Monday at 5 p.m. An inch of rain in Portland. Wow. I bet you that's overdone. But notice, just follow my mouse. So follow these blue colors and the kind of bright yellow, orange, tan colors. This I'm going to show you in a moment, but this is where a low pressure system comes into Oregon. And maybe it does give us a really good soak. If this is true, if we could pick up even 3/4 of an inch of rain in Portland from Saturday through Monday, that would put us above normal for the month of June, for the entire month of June. And boy, you talk about holding off fire season and pushing fire season off until July. If we can not get hot days, boy, that would really do it. That would be a huge, huge thumbs up. Okay, this is the GFS model. This is their 10,000 foot surface to 10,000 foot moisture saturation areas in green. And I know this is hard to see. So if you look over here, if you can see the brown colors, this is Oregon, this is Washington, here's the low offshore, this is Friday. I'm just going to play this. So notice how these lows, Friday, now we're into Saturday morning. See how the meat of the weather systems, the first batch on the weekend, are really up into Washington and even up into Canada. So that was Saturday. Remember Saturday, there was more rain up in Seattle, less in Oregon. This is Sunday. I think there's a shower chance on Sunday, but potentially a break. Potentially Sunday is dry. And then we get into Sunday night, and now we get into, I'm going to stop this early Monday morning, okay? Here's early Monday morning. Here's that low, as I mentioned, that comes more into Oregon. Our best chance to get a soak, lesser amounts up into Washington. And then you get potentially maybe some showers lingering, but potentially it's pretty dry on Tuesday. It's pretty dry into Wednesday. And then you get into Thursday and there's a little dab of moisture. This may or may not be some showers. It might just be clouds and cooler weather on Thursday of next week. And now we're getting into the following weekend. This is Saturday, June 22nd. Here you can see elongated green area. That's a cooler front coming in. This is a week from this weekend. Not much rain. The bigger thing here is just a cool pattern. And then there's another low trailing as you go into the week of Monday, June 24th. Again, the biggest story to me of what I just showed you is evidence of a lack of 90-degree potential and maybe a lot and maybe more days in the 70s and the 80s. Again, holding off fire season. Boy, that's great news, right? Here it is, the GFS model in the upper flow pattern. This is Friday. Here's that upper level low. Again, if I play this into the weekend, this first one kind of well, let me back this up. This is Saturday afternoon. See, it stays up here in Washington and Canada. But right back here, the tail end of this upper trough, you're going to see a developing low. There it is, 552 low. It's going to drop Sunday night, Monday to the south into Oregon. That's that shot of rain. Here's Monday afternoon. That low is quickly over to Idaho. We've got showers scattered, maybe lingering into Tuesday, maybe not. But here is that next low that comes in Thursday, the 20th, June 30th. And look at that. Now, I showed you the moisture. It didn't look like much on Thursday. But if you look at this upper level low, that's likely rain. So maybe there is another decent soak, maybe a tenth, maybe 2/10, maybe a quarter of an inch on Thursday, June 20th. And then this is different than what the moisture patterns were. This kind of dries us out over that weekend. And if this is Sunday, so that's temperatures in the 80s, maybe well up into the 80s. If you just look at the upper flow pattern, maybe there's a chance of a 90-degree number in there. But then by the time we get to Tuesday, the 25th, we've cooled back down. And then by the time we get to Wednesday, June 26th, here's a chance of some more rain showers. Again, the messaging is maybe there's a window in there somewhere where we have 1 or 2 warm to hot days, but otherwise it's more 70s and 80s, and there are several rain chances coming up between now and the end of June. This is all just great news. All right, let's bounce you through some city forecasts. 84 in Medford right now at 6 p.m. on this beautiful Wednesday. 88 tomorrow, 80 on Friday. There's a Friday cool down. There's dry weather, but a weekend cool down. 73, 73, 77 on Monday, all dry. This shows into June 18th on Wednesday. All right, let's back it up. Let's go up to North Bend, South Oregon coast. 60 Friday, 61 Friday. Chance of showers Saturday, that far south, maybe, maybe not. Sunday, maybe, maybe not, but cooler, 58 to 60, and then warming up on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, let's go over to Bend, 79 degrees. 83 tomorrow, 72 Friday, 64 Saturday, 62 Sunday. Those weekend systems that stay across Washington, not strong enough to produce rain in Central Oregon, but they do bring a cool down into the 60s. This keeps Bend area dry all the way into Wednesday of next week with temperatures 60s and 70s. Pretty comfortable stuff. Salem. 78 Thursday, increasing clouds on Friday. I agree with that. Saturday showers, some rain, not much. Sunday maybe dry. And then Monday, this showed Monday could be dry before you have showers on Tuesday and Wednesday. Certainly no hot weather in there, right? Let's bounce it up to Seattle. Weekend rain chances much better in Seattle. Remember that weekend low, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? That's mainly up in Washington in terms of anything substantial. Saturday shower, 60. Sunday shower chance, 63. Chance on Monday. There's a chance going into midweek too, 72. All right. Wow. Here's Portland's 7-day forecast. Again, this is courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. Now, I mentioned to you, I'm kind of on a pseudo vacation this week. So I flipped my weather site, portlandweather.com, to the National Weather Service auto feed. And the feed, it's not bad. But let me take you through it, make a little bit more sense of it. 77, maybe 80 tomorrow in Portland. Beautiful sunshine. Friday, I think it's partly sunny to increasing clouds. I like the high only around 70. I've got a cloudy Saturday, 60s. Absolutely. There'll be some showers around, but maybe it's not much. Maybe it's closer to 1/10 of an inch than a quarter. Sunday could be dry, kind of partly sunny, mostly cloudy. I like it staying in the 60s. And then Monday, that chance of showers returns into Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures staying at least in the 70s. I like that. So again, what this is underplaying is, remember, let me back up for a second. Sunday night into Monday, this is likely rain. This is temperatures only in the 60s. I apologize that this is not my forecast, but I'll get back onto my forecast next week. But again, I'm kind of enjoying a week of vacation. But again, Saturday showers, 60s good. Sunday could be dry, 60s good. Monday's absolutely only 60s and rain at times. Tuesday, Wednesday could be warming up as it shows there. Okay. That's your update. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. A lot of good information there with our cooler pattern and rain coming, some rain, Sunday night, Monday, the best chance. I'll talk to you soon.